Woohoo!
Give us a second, okay? Hey! Hi! How you doing?
Hello everyone, welcome to the Mustache and the Beard.com. Two Grey Geeks changing the world one post at a time. My name is Louie Matos. I am the Mustache. And for this entire month, I'll be playing Sledgehammer Private Dick.
And I am Junior Figueroa, a.k.a. The Beard. But for this month, I am Inspector Jean-Claude Perdue of the Sûreté.
He's a chicken. I know that joke is going to get old pretty soon.
At least I'm not going to say.
All right. So today we are going to have our streaming cinema authentic review number 4. So our S.C.A.R video number 4 on
87
Ed McBain's 87th Precinct Ice.
Ice, baby. Dun, 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 dun.
All right, and so
and we're having our chocolate cigars.
Uh-huh.
Contrary to popular belief, I swear to you, they are chocolate cigars. Okay? They're cigars, but they're chocolate flavored. They smell like chocolate, they taste like chocolate.
Yeah, they're not silly sticks.
Okay, there's nothing else in here. Okay?
I think you protest a lot. He thinks you protest too much. All right.
Right?
Yeah, but first let's talk about S.C.A.R, what S.C.A.R videos are.
The streaming, cinema. I can never remember what authentic review. I can never remember what the A stands for.
Yeah, lots of people do reviews, but we like to dissect stuff and take it down. So when we're done, invariably there's going to be a S.C.A.R because we tear it up.
We tear it up.
Okay, and so
now we try not to do spoilers.
Right.
Honestly, we learned our lesson. The big difference between our S.C.A.R and autopsy. Autopsies we do spoilers. Okay, because usually autopsies are like TV shows or more than one movie. And in order to talk about it, you gotta, sometimes you just gotta talk about the ending. You have to talk about spoilers. For S.C.A.R, we're trying really hard not to do spoilers. We're trying not to give anything away, any surprises away. But we're still trying to look at it minutely.
Yeah.
To dissect it minutely. And like you said, it leaves a scar.
Now, in this case, though, because it wasn't a major release, there's not a lot of background information on it. So I had to hunt to find stuff. And so we'll be going through it like we normally do, little by little, piece by piece, until by the end we'll give you our ratings and recommendations.
Right.
Okay?
Sounds good. Okay, moving right along.
One of the important things about this movie is because the Ed McBain books have been around since 1956.
That's right. There was even an 87th Precinct TV show back in the 50s.
Really?
Yeah, with Robert Lansing as Steve Carell.
I didn't see that, but
and you know who was Mayor? Roper from
Norman Fell.
Norman Fell. He was Mayor.
The first 87th Precinct book was published in 1956. Mm-hmm.
What was the title?
Cop Hater.
Cop Hater.
And it was made into a movie 2 years later called Cop Hater.
Really?
And yes, it is Robert Loggia as Steve Carell.
Really? I would love to see that. I would love to see that.
Doing the research, I'm like, damn, I didn't. Yeah. And Gerald O'Loughlin is Mayor. And
I can see that.
And Jerry Orbach is in it as a gang member.
Really?
Yeah, so
that must be like a really young
Jerry Orbach. Yeah, and Robert Loggia is very young in this too. I mean, you're talking about 50 years ago.
Well, I know that Robert Loggia had a TV show in the 60s called THE Cat, where he played a cat burglar turned bodyguard. And, oh my God, he was so graceful and so gorgeous. And you know what I mean? I mean, really, really leading man.
All right, and so here, this is the Ice, the movie that we will be talking about today, is the middle part of a 3-part trilogy.
Oh, really?
With Ed McBain's 87th Precinct. Lightning was in 1995, and Steve Carella was not played by Dale Midkiff, but he's played by Randy Quaid.
I don't see it.
I don't see it either.
I don't see it.
And so they went to Dale Midkiff, and then he did the third one. So,
so there's another one.
There's Ed McBain's 87th Precinct Heat Wave 1997 with Erica Eleniak as the Dame. Oh my God!
And Dale Midkiff as Steve Carell.
Yes.
How about Joe Pantyhose?
I think he's in it as well.
Oh, we got to see that now. Oh no, come on. We got to see that now.
Okay, so I don't know where we
Heat
get
Wave? Okay, now I'm going to have to find it.
So it's Lightning, Ice, and then Heat Wave.
Well, I know I have seen Fuzz.
And that was in the 70s.
Back in the 70s with Burt Reynolds as Steve Carell.
I know, and I don't see that either.
Well, but the thing is that if you got Robert Lansing, you got Robert Loggia, you got Dale Midkiff, I can see Burt Reynolds. I can't see Randy Quaid.
No, Randy Quaid is just odd choice.
Randy Quaid as Steve Carella? Who did he sleep with to get that far?
I don't know. Here goes the summary.
I don't have my glasses.
Oh, you don't have this. Okay. All right, so I'm going to read the summary.
I'm sorry.
Going to read the summary real quick, and then we'll move on to the cast. All right, so there's a serial killer on the loose, terrorizing the city, and Detective Carella and Mayer are assigned to stop him before he kills again. As they investigate the crimes, they soon discover that the murders are tied to organized crime. But how can they be when the victims are a Broadway dancer, a jeweler, and a drug dealer, all killed with the same gun? Okay, so that's the...
Dun, 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 dun.
So there's your summary.
Cue spooky music. Ooh.
Record. All right. So one of the things we want to talk about is behind the camera, right?
Right.
This movie's directed by Bradford May, who I think directed the trilogy. All right. Larry Cohen is the writer of this screenplay. And I want to say something great about him because of the fact that he has this big novel that is close to 400 pages. And he's got to put it into this story.
A 2-hour movie.
And I told you that one of the parts where Teddy gets a tattoo, like they had made in the book, it's a big scene. And here they very quickly tell that story, and it's great. They did a great job in doing that. So the writer should deserve credit. His name is Larry Cohen. The editing is by Bud Hayes, because the cuts are pretty good. It's like everything that you need in the story is there. Mm-hmm. The music with the trumpet in the beginning, it's so detective. Cop thriller type movie.
Uh-huh.
It's perfect. The wardrobe. We know that wardrobe can be very important.
You can see where our wardrobe budget is at.
Yeah, exactly. It's very important. We spared no expense. All right, and so Tom McKinley and Melanie Jennings are in charge of that. The casting, which we've said is so essential. Fern Orenstein. And the source material, and the person on set, the supervising writer, Evan Hunter.
Hey!
Which is Ed McBain.
Right.
And do you know that Evan Hunter is not his real name? He was born like some German name. When he was born, they changed his name to Evan Hunter. and he does a pseudonym of Ed McBain. Like, oh, how confusing is that? But okay, so we're thrilled that he was part of it because, you could see
and it shows.
Yeah.
It shows.
The heart. It seems like this was released straight to DVD. Amazon reviews, there were 13 ratings. But only 12 reviews. The only negative rating is by somebody who didn't put their name to it, put a 1, and then doesn't say why a 1. Everybody that had had 5-star and 4-star reviews, all other 12 reviews are 5 or 4 stars. So the person
some wise guy put down 1 just to be a kibitzer
and messed up their rating a little bit because that 1 lowers the 5s and the 4s.
Yeah, it brings it down.
Yeah. So
okay, we're gonna have to go on Amazon and fix that.
Yeah, exactly. So we're and there was no Wikipedia on this movie as well. So maybe if we watch all 3, we can fix that as well. All right, so now we're going to talk about the cast, which is one of the strengths of this movie.
Big strength. In a sense, it's an all-star cast, not necessarily the actors being superstars.
Or named people.
But as geeks, they are familiar faces. Right?
All right, so Dale Midkiff as Steve Carella. I've already communicated my disdain for Dale Midkiff. However, in this movie, he made me eat my words, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
Because in Pet Sematary, I don't like him as an actor.
Well, I came from the other point of view because I had seen Dale Midkiff as one of the Magnificent Seven in the Magnificent Seven TV series, so I was a fan. Not a groupie fan, but a fan.
He was also in a sci-fi series as well.
Time Cop?
Yes,
Time Cop.
Something like that.
Yeah.
And he was good in that.
And they did, remember Dallas, the TV show? Mm-hmm. They did a Dallas, the early years, where Dale Midkiff played the Jock character, the father character, Jock. So I came towards Dale Midkiff from a different perspective than you.
Yeah.
I know you really didn't like him.
Yeah, I did. But he proved me wrong. In this movie, he actually, to me, is the ideal template for Steve Carella.
I think so too, and I think a lot of it has to do with Joe Pantyhose as Mayor, because it is
their chemistry.
Their chemistry is so important to the story.
Yeah, so Joe Pantoliano, Mayor, and let me tell you, so we call him Joe P.
Joe Pantyhose. The thing is that Mayor's character, so much of the heart of the story comes from Mayor. Okay,
he's the married guy.
He's the married guy. He's the guy with kids. He's the guy with the sense of humor. He's the and then the him and Carella are so close. Like he's the guy who can call him on his crap. Mm-hmm. So a lot of the heart comes from that character, and so I think that they more often are more concerned with casting Steve Carella when they should be. It's just as important who's going to be Mayor.
Yeah, that dynamic is perfect.
Oh, and I keep saying Mayor because that's actually his name, Mayor.
Yeah, it's spelled Meyer. So his parents called him the first name of their last
of their last name. So they had absolutely no imagination in naming him.
Yeah, no regard for him growing up.
I'm serious.
All right, then we have Paul Johansson as Bert Kling. And Bert Kling is a great character because if you followed the books, he falls in love with a model. The model, he marries the model because she proves to him that, because he's like, oh, I'll never be in her league. And yet she makes it like, yes, you're in my league. And then she cheats on him. And this is just the series of books.
No, we're giving you background.
Yeah,
this isn't this story.
Yeah. And so, so if you know the story from there, you see, they chose like the perfect actor. And this guy's a good looking dude, right? So you could see, oh yeah, he could marry a model.
And he looks sad.
And absolutely. So yeah, Paul Johansson, again, perfect casting. Eileen Burke is played by Andrea Parker. And you remember I was telling you, where did I see Andrea Parker before? Mm-hmm. Do you remember the show The Pretender?
Sure.
Yeah. Andrea Parker was the villain.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh. Wow.
In The Pretender. And she's perfect as Eileen Burke. She's a cop borrowed from another precinct who, is the one that's to entrap
right. They're after a serial
rapist.
And so they bring her in because she has the assets that they need in order to get this person.
Yeah. So again, perfect casting. Michael Gross is Lieutenant Burns.
This is what I'm saying. Michael Gross, out of nowhere, he's the lieutenant.
Yeah, and he's not a funny guy in this.
No,
he's serious.
No.
Crabby, because Lieutenant Burns is always crabby as the head of the precinct, and yet perfect casting because he fits right there. Now, my first thought is like, why would you choose this guy? And it's like, oh, I see why.
Yeah, he can act.
Yes. Total range. Andrea Farrell, if you don't know, she's a mute deaf actress, and she plays Teddy. And perfect.
Because Steve Carell's wife is a deaf mute. Mm-hmm. It's a point that gets touched on in a lot of the stories, that his wife is the he communicates with her through sign. Mm-hmm. So sometimes it's incidental. A lot of times the story may hinge on the fact that his wife is a deaf mute. Yeah.
So really, good. Again, there's a story, and then of course it takes place within a precinct. So there are other satellite stories that are.
Yeah. There's
if you ever watch the show Barney Miller.
Yes. Or Hill Street Blues.
Right.
You'll know what we're talking about.
Yeah, there are constant different stories going on at the same time.
Well, this is that in book form. The 87th Precinct novels.
And the last person that they have as an actor, a titled actor, is Dean McDermott, who is played by Dean McDermott is playing Tim Moore, who is the boyfriend of the dancer from Broadway.
Right, the one that gets killed.
Yeah.
The victim's boyfriend.
Yeah. So he's the last person that they mention as far as an actor.
Right. As far as cast.
Yeah. So really good cast, right?
Strong cast.
And it's like perfect. Every person they casted perfect. I'm going to go to ratings and recommendations. The lighter, please.
Allow me.
Oh, yeah, much better. So you want to go first?
You want me to go? You want me to go first?
Go ahead.
Okay. 1, I'm a huge Ed McBain fan. 2, I'm a huge 87th Precinct fan. 3, I'm a fan of this movie. Okay? I loved it. I was so pleasantly surprised by this movie. I had never heard of it, despite being a fan of these characters. Right? I had never heard of this movie. Lewis inadvertently inherited this DVD from his mom's. Didn't know he even had it. It appeared out of nowhere. We had no Wi-Fi, so we couldn't watch anything. But we had a DVD player, so we decided to watch this movie. Oh my God, what a godsend! Okay, love the movie, love the characters, love the story, love the heart. Mayor, the delivery of the baby.
Joe P. Yeah,
Joe P. helps deliver a baby, and then is asked to be the baby's godfather. Oh my God, loved it. Loved these actors. They did exactly what I asked of a movie. For 2 hours, take me out of where I am and put me where you are. And they did that. I love this movie. So I am going to give it, the only complaint that I have about this movie is that I think, I'm not going to give anything away, but I think they gave away the identity of the killer a little bit earlier than they really needed to. They could have kept us, stringing us along a little bit longer, right? Just a little bit longer. They were just a little early in letting us know who the killer was. Other than that, I think the movie was perfect. So because of that one little point, I'm simply going to take away half a Grey Geek, and I'm giving 4.5.
Wow.
For this movie. I'm giving it 4.5 Grey Geek. And you shouldn't be surprised because I've been raving about this movie since we saw it.
You immediately said we gotta have a S.C.A.R on this.
Yes, yes. Okay. So you know how much I like this movie.
Ooh.
So I'm giving it 4.5 Grey Geeks.
All right.
Take it away.
Good choice. All right. I've been weary from the beginning because I know what a huge fan of the series I've been. It's one of my gateways into the police procedural.
Right.
Aside from this, I didn't know Stephen J. Cannell or any of those other writers that do police procedurals. And then these were also tiny books. They were like 150 pages.
Because they were back in the day that when novels were like 150, 200 pages.
Now, mind you, in high school, I read Ice. And it was not 150 pages. It was 400 pages. All right, so he had gotten to the point where most writers had gotten to in the 80s. And so I was a little worried that I'd oversell it because I don't want to, but using it as a caveat, yes, I am a huge fan. Yes, we were surprised at how good this movie was because I totally was expecting to like it, but like it as a guilty pleasure. Like, oh yeah, I like it. I know it's direct to video release, but and I didn't want to be apologetic about it. So I am telling you, the casting is perfect to how I envisioned these characters. The music adds to the mood,
which is supposed to.
Is what's supposed to happen in these movies. In any movie, the music is supposed to help. The editing and the cuts, everything in this movie.
Pacing.
Yes, everything in this movie fits perfectly. And like the story, like I told you, Teddy's tattoo, that's a big deal in the book. It's a big deal still in the movie, but they, work it such a way. Yeah, they work it in such a way that it just takes a little bit of screen time, which the writer obviously read the book and said, how can I look? did perfectly. The multi-level stories. You know, the Bert Kling and Eileen Burke are separate from the main story, and yet, you know, here they in the precinct, they work together. Listen, I am a huge fan. I am gonna give it 4 Grey Geeks because I'm trying not to oversell it, because it's not a perfect movie. Yes, it was straight to video, and you could see that the budget is not huge, but the story, Ice, they give you the ice at what you think it's going to be, and ice is used as a metaphor throughout in different incarnations. Beautifully done. So I'm, in my attempt to not, you know, geek out too much, I am giving it to a 4 Grey Geeks. But still, pretty high recommendation and high rating. For us, that's great. All right. All right, so that's all I have to say about...
And to wrap it up, that's it.
Where's the seed of wisdom?
The
You know, the closing... With that having been said, my name is Louie
You want to
Matos.
see the wisdom? You got to give me another cigar.
With that having been said, my name is Louie Matos. I am the Mustache.
I saw lightning. Let's get the heck out of here.
Okay.
Okay, this is Junior Figueroa, a.k.a. The Beard, coming at you with love.
So we say thank you for watching.
Hasta la vista.
See you later.
And
take it easy and
peace.